My day started normal. I woke up, got ready, and went to work. But that's where the day stopped being normal. When I arrived, there was no one in the store, which was not normal. The store is huge, and there's always at least one customer inside. But today, nothing. Just me and 2 other workers. That was also weird. We usually have at least 10 people on shift. But for some reason, everyone else had taken a sick day. It felt wrong. Still, I told myself not to overthink it. Just another weird day, right? I got to work. At first, everything was fine. Quiet. Calm. Then things started to get strange. I felt like someone was behind me, watching. But when I turned around, no one. I'd hear things shifting. Small noises. Shelves creaking in empty aisles. Products falling for no reason. My cart, which I had just filled, would suddenly be empty again. Like someone was messing with me when I wasn't looking. Then the delivery driver came. He stood in front of me, swaying slightly, reeking of alcohol. Just standing there, staring. I asked him if he needed something. "I'm here for my order," he slurred. I told him I didn't have it. His face twitched. "Find it." I didn't want to argue, so I went to check. There was only one delivery ready. I brought it to him, but he looked at it and shook his head. "This isn't mine. It's the only one." His eyes narrowed, and his tone turned sharp. "You better watch yourself. Don't play games with me." I told him to fuck off and walked away, but I could still feel his eyes burning into my back. I hid in the break room until I was sure he was gone. Eventually, I returned to work, but boredom didn't last long, because someone else came in. A man in a fancy white shirt walked in, surrounded by 4 large men in black. He was tall and disturbingly thin, with sharp cheekbones that made his face look almost skeletal. His black hair was slicked back, oily and stiff. His eyes were sunken, cold, sleepless. His fingers were long and twitchy. Even the way he walked was unnatural, too smooth, too careful, like a predator pretending not to scare its prey. He yelled for someone. I answered. "I need a pillow and a knife," he said flatly. I showed him where to find them. They left. A few minutes later, they returned. This time, he wanted 3 glass bottles of Coca-Cola. I told him we couldn't sell those. They're reserved for restaurant shipments. He glared. "I don't care. Give it to me." I held firm. "I'm sorry, I can't." He snapped his fingers. His 4 men closed in, now standing inches from me. He stepped close, too close. He whispered, "Find the bottles. Wait for me in the back." I was terrified. I did exactly what he said. Found the bottles. Waited in the back of the store. Minutes passed. No sign of him. I assumed he left. So I put the bottles in my cart and returned to work. But then, I saw them again. They spotted me and stormed over. "You weren't in the back," he said, eyes locked on mine. "I was. The bottles are in my cart." He laughed. A small, dry chuckle. Then he stopped smiling. "Don't mess with me. Give me the bottles. I can't hand them to you directly. I'll get in trouble. I'll just leave the cart here. You can take them yourself." He nodded, reached into his coat, pulled out cash, and offered it to me. I declined. No way I was taking money from someone like him. I ran. A few minutes later, I returned for my cart. Inside it, I found a wad of cash and a note. "You chose wisely. Don't take that long next time. Be careful. We will see each other again." I nearly passed out from fear. I tore the note to shreds and rushed to the bathroom. I lay down on the cold tile floor, trying to calm down. Minutes passed, maybe hours. Eventually, I got up, grabbed my things, and left early. I couldn't handle being there anymore. But as I stepped outside, they were still there, leaning against a sleek black G-Wagon, smoking cigarettes, waiting. They saw me. I froze. One of them waved me over. I obeyed. "You did good today," the boss said. "Let us pay you back." I shook my head. No, thank you. They stepped in front of me again. At least let us drive you home. I'm good. I'll walk. He grabbed my wrist. You don't have a choice. We're going on a little adventure. I yanked free and ran. 2 of his henchmen chased me. I ran like never before, through streets, alleys, parks. The black G-Wagon kept appearing in the distance, like a shadow that knew where I'd go before I did. Eventually, I dove into a shopping mall to hide. I collapsed near the food court, panting. An old woman saw me having a panic attack. She tried to help. I screamed at her to leave me alone. I regretted it instantly, but I wasn't thinking straight. I called my girlfriend. She came immediately. We sat. We ate. I breathed, slowly, in and out. I love her. I don't know what I would have done without her. But then, I saw them. The mob boss. The men in black. They were in the mall, looking for me. I ducked under the table with my girlfriend. We held our breath. The boss looked furious. He pulled out a gun. "Okay, everyone listen up," he shouted. "I'm looking for a guy, 5'9", glasses, brown hair. If I don't find him, there's gonna be a problem." His men raised their guns and began pointing them at random shoppers. "If he doesn't show himself," one barked, "someone's gonna get hurt." My girlfriend was sobbing, begging me not to do anything. But I knew what I had to do. I stood up. "I'm here." They turned, started walking toward me. This was it. I was going to die. Over 3 bottles of Coke. But just then, sirens. Police stormed in from every exit. Guns drawn, screaming. Chaos exploded around us. Within minutes, it was over. The gang was arrested. The mob boss was on the ground, cuffed. Still staring at me, still smiling. I collapsed into my girlfriend's arms. It was finally over. Or so I thought. That night, after everything, we went to sleep. She stayed over. We locked every door, every window. I still couldn't relax, couldn't sleep. Eventually, around 3 a.m., I drifted off. But at exactly 3:33 a.m., I woke up. Not to a noise, to a feeling. Cold. Deep, invasive cold. Then, tap, tap, tap. I froze. Again, tap, tap, tap. It was coming from the window. I live on the 3rd floor. No balcony, no fire escape. Just solid wall and empty air. I got up, walked to the window. Nothing was outside, but stuck to the glass was a crumpled piece of wet paper. I opened it with trembling hands. It read, "You made us wait again. We don't like waiting. Next time, you won't get the chance to run." I dropped the note. When I turned back toward the bed, she was gone. My girlfriend was no longer there. The blanket was cold, no sound, no sign of struggle, no note, just silence, and the faint, unmistakable smell of cigarettes and Coca-Cola. That's the end of this story. I hope you like it. If you did, please like the video and subscribe. Also, write in the comment, what would you do in this situation? This story is mostly based on real events that happened to me. It was so scary. I still think about it a lot, and I'm scared if they will ever come back. But I quit my job, so I hope to never see them again. So yeah, that's it. Please like and like always. Stay safe and have scary night.